Weird. I'm gonna go ahead and ISO at this hand. I think it's pretty playable. I think a limp from the cutoff is just like indicative of, I don't know. I mean, it seems like he's got to be a super rec, right? But his big stack makes it a little bit, makes me a little bit unsure. I mean, we get 3-bet huge. This hand is not going to be one that we defend. Okay, we're going to be 3-betting here. This is really interesting. This guy limped, weaker player limps. Guy behind him 3-bets really small. We're going to size up a bit here, being out of position with the limper and the small raise. Yeah, we'll see a flop here with 4s. So his limp call range, probably some broadways, some 10x, some like suited connector 6-7. He's probably interacting fairly well with this board. With his stack size, like he's likely to shove if I bet here. So we're gonna size up really big there. Oh shit, so we're gonna check just because we don't want to get shoved on really. Okay, this is an ISO raise against a weaker player. We have a pretty strong hand. We are going to be betting fairly big here. Okay, I don't think we can fold for that price. Okay, this is a really good board for us. Man, we are multi-way. Don't need to go huge, but we're gonna size up here. Actually, we're gonna size down a little bit. We're pretty safe. So ace-3 gets there, we block ace-3. I think we're just gonna keep betting here. Still no reason to really go all that big. I guess we could just jam. I think I like just jamming. This is interesting. Is ace high good? Like 1 out of 10 times, maybe. Oh, we get stacked. Darn. We're gonna be 3-betting nines. We're gonna be cold calling nines. Over calling nines. Jeez. This feels like it's probably just like a fold, but we have the diamond. It's probably just a fold. What does this guy have? Fuck, man. Is that ace's hand? Oh, there it is. Shit. Fuck, man. I'm paying attention. Come on, you gotta focus. Sorry, I don't know who I'm apologizing to. I'm trying to look at this fucking ace's hand. Okay. Make it 6. He cold calls. 8-4 deuce. He calls. This is borderline. This player's not in a hand. I think we can go ahead and open it. Ooh, brutal. 4, 6. Thanks. Against a couple players here, one being a short stack, I think we're more likely to get jammed on if we bet, so we are not going to bet. Here we're going to open jacks. This is really weird. We are going to 3-bet just because he opened so small. Okay, this is a board we're doing quite well on. The small blind's probably doing decently well on this board too. It's really hard for him to miss this board entirely. We unblock a queen. So we're going to c-bet here. It's too bad. Oh, he's only got $5 left. We'll just bet it all. It's a good board for us. We block. I mean, I guess like he's got a lot of diamonds, maybe. He's got some queen X. We're okay to start betting. Probably don't want to bet huge. You could have a hand like queen 9. So we'll go with. little too loose to open that hand. Just players in the hand. Try to get them back with these aces. These dreaded aces. Okay, we're gonna squeeze. We're definitely gonna be squeezing big. We're out of position. We have two guys we've a guy who's raised and a guy who's put money in the pot behind him in position. So definitely want to go big here. Nine seems pretty reasonable. I guess with the 4 of clubs, maybe it's a call. Probably still very questionable. Man, for 50 cents, like I just still don't think we can call. Oh, wow, we get a call from the button. It's a really safe board. We want to have some strong checks because I think they can blast off. We're going to ISO and don't really see a reason to raise, especially once we've checked. Hopefully we get a low card. Pretty safe. Okay, I don't really like this sizing. I'm gonna fold the 3-bet out of position. I wish you would have bet more. We're just gonna jam. Are we? Jamming just gets him to fold. A lot of worse hands. There's not really any bad. I don't know, we're out of position. That hand plays itself anyway. But I was just trying to figure out there on the turn, like, is it better to just jam the turn there or jam the river? I guess like if he has hands like jacks, tens, those types of hands, which is interesting that he has jacks and he just called the original raiser. But yeah, I guess if he has jacks and tens there, like I should definitely just be jamming. I didn't think he would have jacks or tens there, maybe more like some lower middling pairs, but hey, we'll take it. So we win a big one with aces, we lose a big one, or we lose a big one, we win a big one. All is fair. Poker. How likely am I to get squeezed if I limp behind? Don't know. King jack off. Let's take a look around the table. Yeah, we're just gonna let it go. I don't see anybody with like egregious stats besides this nit. Granted, very small sample size, but I mean, these stats are tending towards regs, whatever that means in this pool. We have a gut shot. If it was the third pot, maybe we're calling. Gut shot in 2 overs, but on a 4 straight, like I don't think our overs are good all that often. Yeah, I guess these numbers are kind of meaningless. Jack 3 seems very borderline. I guess like without a read, I probably wouldn't be opening this hand, and I don't have a read, so maybe I shouldn't be opening that hand. What do you think about folding? What did you get to this point in the hand with that you're thinking about folding? A jack? A 9? 10? Just 10x? Make it 10? Ace 10? Oof, brutal. Ace with an open limp. We're gonna try it. It's pretty borderline. We're missing a player. Can we get raised to 4x? 2 players, we're gonna be in position. And we have a chance to make a really strong hand on the flop. And our hand's pretty easy to play. Is ace 8 strong enough to ISO? Maybe. Let it go. Definitely a weaker player. I think it's really close. We're getting an amazing price. Our hand's not very strong. We get 3-bet. I don't know what to do with ace-5 off. Thinking maybe I should just be folding. I'm going to be out of position the rest of the hand. My hand's not super playable. It doesn't really improve all that well. It's probably just a fold. I should have thought about it a bit before I just clicked. Okay, when under the gun checks back the ace high flop, I'm not really sure what to make of it. Maybe he's got a hand like jacks, something like that. I think it's an earlier position open. We're going to elect to just call nines rather than 3-bet. Good board for us, actually. Don't really think we can check raise because of the 10. But I don't think we can fold, that's for sure. Yeah, the card is really good for him, so we will be checking. Do we block? Is it possible to get called by worse here? Kiss a limp pot. I don't see. I mean, he's got sevens, kings, hearts. Okay, we're just gonna be betting really frequently on this board. Not gonna choose a large sizing. I think queens are decent for him. And like even aces, what's aces worth on that board, right? Not a whole lot. It's worth a lot, but it's greatly devalued by the queens. Okay, with an open seat, I think queen 10 is an open from the hijack, I guess is a better way to put it. Fold two, on. I think this is close. You can make some strong hands. Maybe it's not that close. Maybe it's just an easy call. Opening suited aces. Nope. I don't think he's checking back aces really. Is king high bad enough to start bluffing with? Probably. Okay, we unblock the king. That's not gonna be a steal. I wonder if this is just a range check against 4 people. I don't know. Are we betting ace king here? Yeah, maybe. Okay, we need to be polarizing here. We don't want to isolate ourselves against flushes. Against this shorter stack size, like we don't really want to get jammed on either. So I think we're just going to check back, unfortunately. 8. We're gonna be in position, so we don't have to go huge. Okay, we already stuck in. There's a bunch of dead money. Yeah, we have like 25% equity against like anything. Cool. Just pay rake. Board's pretty good for a limp call range. Okay, now we got to start. When he checks twice, we are going to be attacking some ace highs, trying to get some ace highs to fold. Okay, it's not a very bluffed spot, I don't think. It's quite a large 3-bet. Our hand's not great. Considered 4-betting, I guess, like larger 3-bet. Maybe incentivize the 4-bet a little. I don't know. Okay, an under the gun open and a button flat call. They're very deep. Do we want to squeeze here with ace jack off? I think so. I think it's a squeeze. This guy's playing a lot of hands. This flop is good for us for our 3-bet range. It's also good for his under the gun open range. And okay, interesting. When he checks back, don't expect him to have a queen very often. I think sometimes he could have a jack. I guess he could be checking back a queen, just like a bad queen, like a queen 10 or something like that. I don't think the 5 really ever helps him. Doesn't really ever help me. I'm tempted to do a block bet here. I think I can get called by some worse hands, right? Like worse jack could definitely call me here. Pocket 10s, pocket 9s, hands like that. Oh, I guess the flush came in as well. I still think we can get away with it. We can just fold to a raise. Really wonder what hands he checks back. The wasn't really thinking about calling there. I was just trying to figure out what he might have. We unblock the flush. I think that's fine. I think, especially if we bet, I think it's fine to fold. When we get raised, people aren't raising. People aren't raising his bluffs on the river, right? We almost never get raised on the river when we block bet. King 5/5, two-tone. We're doing pretty well on this board. It's probably a board we're just range betting most of the time. Just trying to think if I can deviate. Oh, this guy seems like an uber nit. If I can deviate and make more money by not range betting on this board. Checks back. Definitely should have bet that board, this hand on the flop, I think. Trying to get some one pair. Like, do I ever get a 10 to fold? Maybe. Just debating on my sizing there. Like, he's just got like a busted flush draw that has like an open ender flush draw combo draw. Like, it doesn't really make sense for me to risk a bunch of money there with a bluff. But if he's got like a 10, I think I gotta just kind of go for it a little. And 10s, what I was thinking is like, are 10s ever folding? If I can get a 10 to fold, then it's worth it, sizing up. This is weird. This guy's kind of a big fish. This guy seems pretty tight. This guy seems like a fish. So we're definitely opening this hand. Can't a board like this. Oh shit, he's got like no money. And he missed, like, such a small bet. 9-10. He bet when the queen came out. I just think he's probably just betting his hand. Like, I don't know. Pretty brave to bet that size with nothing. Ooh, I hope I win a big hand with 7-3. Ooh, maybe. When he calls, I think he's got like some one pair hands, maybe some straight draws. Yeah, maybe some ace highs. I don't think I can keep. Just snap check behind. Pretty interesting. What to make of it, I'm not sure. Snap check behind with like sixes, with a 6x, with 4x. I don't think I'm getting him to fold that. Well, maybe. We block 5-7. Not really sure what the fuck you'd be betting after you snap check the turn. Like 5x. 5x. Makes sense he called a raise on the flop, but is he limping 5x much? We block like 7-8, 7-6. I don't know, sure, we'll find out. Okay. Guess I should think about blocking the ace. I'll go multi-way with this hand. This guy's just on auto check. Worth noting. It's two players. Small c-bet here on this board. And this flush draw, it's quite the overbet. Do we have any implied odds here? Probably if he's betting this big. But I mean, fuck, we're literally just drawing to the flush. I think we're just gonna have to let it go for that size. King 4 suited good enough to ISO here against this player. He looks pretty weak, so yes. Now it's just us and the reg. Be in position, but our hand's not very playable. 5, we're getting decent odds. 33%. I think we have a lot more playable hands there. How do we get into this pot? It's a limp pot. A big blind somehow. This is a turn where we're doing quite well. We should have some overbets for sure. Is this hand an overbet? Probably not. In this pool against this nitty guy, I think maybe. Man. Do I think I can get him to fold 9x? We'll see. What have I been like? Oh my gosh, what? What? How did the nit call me with ace high? Brutal. I think I just fucked that hand up on the turn, probably. Jack 8 suited against this guy's opening pretty wide, probably. And I thought I could get 9x to fold, and I had snapped ace jack even. Very strange to me that he would just lead pot instantly when the ace comes out. After it checks through, he limped. I feel like he's just got to be super strong, right? Like, I don't think he's doing this weak. It sucks. I don't know. King 7 is going to be an ISO against this player who's playing a ton of limping, just tons of hands. Our guy left. I think this is just check behind here. Right? Yeah, like our pairs are no good. Do we pick up any fold equity on the jack? Maybe. Eggs. Against a shorter stack, don't really see a reason. Interesting. Hands he would be raising me with? Queen Jack? A better queen? Would he be limping Queen 10? Some straight draws, some flush draws. Some 7x. Okay, he checked back to 7. Still stands that he could have. Well, I don't know, our kicker doesn't matter anymore. He's got a bunch of bluffs in his range still from his flop raise and then check behind turn. He's got clubs, he's got straight draws. I guess King 10 gets there. Ace X gets there. Is he check raising Ace X? Is he not open raising Ace X? Wow. Sick flop. Probably play for another 5 minutes. Why did I open to 4x? Yeah, probably gonna end this. I was just zoned out when I did that. Board for us. We unblock the jack. It's very hard for him. Like, very hard for, I guess he could have 3s and 4s. I don't know. I don't think he has jacks. I think jacks are, I think 3s and 4s might just be outright folding out of position to like that large of an open. Okay, now he's almost certainly doesn't have 3s. I don't think he really has. So I guess he could have 4s, but this is a spot where we are going to go for a small overbet. Queens wants the most protection on this board, so makes sense to play this hand very aggressively. It's pretty unlikely he has hearts. It's very likely he just has Jack X. That sucks. Guess he does have Jack X. Dope. All right. Well, that's the end of that session.